see a bucket, you know what that means. Time to clean the cons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the stuff in the bucket into the pot. And also this stuff here, which is from my panning station. I'm going to dry everything out. I'm going to run it through a magnetic separator, and then we're going to see what we have left for dirt, and I'll probably end up panning that out or going on the mini sluice. I don't know, either or. But yeah, this is the process. It's going to be dirty. Get all that down there now while I can. So, I see I got a little sluice bottle, and I'm going to use the sluice bottle to push all the stuff out of the bucket when I get there. Yeah, so time to fill up the pot. Oh boy. Okay, bucket is empty, pot is full. This has just a little bit of water I've been snuffering off the top, and kind of go throw this on the stove, and it's going to take hours to dry off and melt out and do whatever it does, you know. And yeah, once this is bone dry, this is going to go downstairs and be ran through a magnetic separator, get rid of all the black sands, and it will leave me probably about a third of it. It'll probably take out way more than half of the total material in here, just that magnetic separator. And getting rid of that magnetite is so important, especially it makes panning so much easier. It's for how much there is here and how much there is to do, it's probably the right course of action. But it's one of the things, you know, whenever you play with your gold, you're going to get a little bit less of it. So yeah, that's whereabouts I'm at, and time to throw this thing on the stove. Oh my goodness, probably about 15 pounds of dirt here. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Clean up the bottom of this pot. And get my stove up white because it's glass top. There we go. Let's see if it makes a little bit more crunchy noise. Much smoother. Alright. Get this frying pan off of here. Got that set up to there. I'm just gonna put it on a medium heat. I don't know how you cook dirt. Hopefully I don't burn it. I'll catch up back to you guys when this is a little bit more dry. It's gonna take hours and hours and hours. So yeah, that's where we're at in this project. Just gotta let it dry out. You know, you can do the old-fashioned way and stick it outside, or just leave it in the basement and let it do that, but I like doing this. So yeah, I just, like I say, I use the snuffer bottle to chase all the stuff out of there, and like I say, there's still black sands. Like I say, you know, the more you play with it, the more you lose. So yeah, now I got a nice clean empty bucket. I can go outside. Be added with the rest of the mining gear for the next time I go down south. There we go. Boop-de-doo. Ready to rock and roll. I'm really looking forward to the next trip I get to go down south. So these cons are from a full day of panning at Linton, and 2.5 good days in Yale. So I'm kind of curious to see what I'm going to get out of this pile of wholesome goodness. It should be interesting. And it's one of those things, well, by the end of the video, everybody will know. Because I'm going to dry this out, I'm going to separate it, I'm going to pan it, and then I'm going to weigh it, and we're going to see what we get for our final number, which I'm kind of looking forward to. I figure if I get over a half a gram, that'll be exceptional. If I get about a quarter gram, that'd be about par what I was expecting. So anything over a half a gram, I'm going to be really, really pumped for. So when it comes to doing that weigh out, you're going to hear it in my voice. And it's a nice day at Hillbilly headquarters here. Danielle, the lovely missus of my life, she's been scrubbing up her eggs, and look at you, little guy. And we also got a little bit of dinner on the go. So enjoy the things that you got while you got them, because they're fleeting in life. So until this is dried, Arrivederci. Okay, the dirt is looking nice and dry. Probably a little on the hot side. There's definitely no more steam coming off of it. So that's a bonus. And here's a little bit of advice. Always make sure, you have permission from the wife before you make a mess out of her kitchen, especially when she's trying to cook supper. I love you, baby.
I love you too.
Don't take it into your own hands and assume. Just, Alright, so I'm going to bring this downstairs. It probably still needs to cool down quite a bit before I do anything with it. But yeah, there's definitely no steam in there. Not even dust. That's great. Oh yeah. Yeah, perfect. I'm just waiting to do a spoonful here and see some gold in it. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, I'm going to turn this off. I'll bring this downstairs and let it cool down a bit. And then we'll run it through the magnetic separator. And it'll be nice because it'll classify and get rid of some of these larger pebbles and things and make life a little easier for a fella to work it. Some nice garnets in there though, I tell you what. Those will all come out in the pan. The bigger ones anyways. Hey, well, it's much later in the evening, and the dirt is nice and dry. I got the magnetic separator all set up. Got myself a nice cold drink. Got the gold pan set up for the oversized. So yeah, time to fire this guy up. I'm not going to use the big spoon. I'm going to get my pot a lot closer. And there we go. Black sands on one side, gold bearing dirt on the other. And that's about how it goes. Spoon after spoon after spoon. Until it's all done. Because I could have took the smaller size funnels out. I don't really need them in there. It's just going to clog up. But yeah. It's a nice machine, does a good job. You can see the difference in the quality coming out each side. So I'm going to go through this whole dang pot, and I'll catch up to you guys once everything's all done. Oh boy. Well, the pot is now empty. Got 4 jars of stuff I can pan out. The magnetite there. I still need to clean up my little machine box. I got oversized magnetite in here, and then all this stuff in here. And Maggie has been going through it, and she found a whole pile of garnets. And I'll resume this tomorrow morning. Yay! Go clean up the next day. We got our pay dirt. We got our magnetite. I've been putting my dirt through the classifiers. I got the oversized stuff in the pan. I got 2 more classifiers down here. And then in here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but right there's a nice little chunk of gold. You see that one, Maggie? Yeah. And then over here, Maggie's doing the old looking for the garnets. And she's got a good little collection on the go. That's a box I made for candling eggs. See if there's any thing going on inside there. So I'm going to pan out this, and I probably doubt I have any pickers in there. A lot of this rock was magnetic, which isn't a surprise, being it's so darn heavy. So let's go get this wet and see what's in there. Like I said, this shouldn't take too long because it's all relatively uniform in size and shape. I didn't see anything. Give it the old violent shake. That's weird, just panning pebbles. Especially something that's so darn clean, because there's no chocolate milk, as they say. That's when you start panning out the clay. And just two tiny little rocks and some odd little black sand that made it through. Do a quick little rock back on it. Put it into the light. Have a quick look around and nothing. Alright. So that's the first size done. Now, to get into that next classifier of stuff. How should I do this, Maggie? Because I know you want to go through this dirt here yet. For garnets, right?
Mhm.
You want me to pour that right into that pie plate and go?
Sure.
Okay. Are you happy with what you pulled out here, or do you still want more off this pie plate?
I want more.
Okay. Well, let's just set everything onto the ground and do this up then. I'm going to turn this camera off, and you guys got this idea what's going on, because we just told you what was going on. Alright. Got some of the material panned out. Not too shabby. That's a pile there. I can either pan those 4 buckets out, or I can put on the sluice run. Seeing how there's a sluice run running, that pretty much tells you where I'm going to be going with this. So, put the cherry onto here. Grab my little blue gold pan. Do. There we go. Grab my sluicy spoon. I'm going to have to add some water to this, obviously, because it's going to not do well otherwise. But yeah, I'm going to put a couple spoons in here and see how she goes. Just get this wet first. Alright. First spoonful on the cleanup sluice. I already see gold in there. Jeez, that didn't take long. Oh yeah, there's lots of gold in there. Holy schmoly. What? No way. Wow. I'm going to slow my flow rate down. Oh, I am so impressed by just one spoonful. It's going to be a long process. So many little micro colors in there. Alright, so that's the way the deal is going to go. Once I get this thing good and full, I transfer it into one of these ones, and then it gets panned out the rest of the way. And I'm going to add a bit more water to this, because it basically sponges it all up. Time for the second little bit. Alright, I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to run all this dirt through. You know what's going on here. Finally the panning is done. Time to let this cool down a smidge. Wrangle it all into one spot. And then throw it on a scale. See what I get. Kind of looking forward to this. A little bit of amalgam in there. Cleanup turned out pretty good. Not much for black sand in there at all. Yeah, so I'll let this go down a smidge and we'll throw it on a scale, see where we're at. Yeah, like I say, 1/4 gram is what I'm expecting. If I get over 1/2 gram, I'll be impressed. I don't know. The more you play with gold, the smaller it gets. And it's still on the toasty side. And Goldfinger. Alright. Bust up the old scale. See where I'm at for the total. Alright. Well, jeepers, we got over that 1/2 gram. Oops. That's actually not too bad. Huh. Not too bad at all. That's the total weight that I got from the one day at Linton and the 2 days at Yale. So, not a huge pile of money, but not bad. Better than I thought I was going to get, so I can't complain. Now, I'm going to go grab my little vial. I'm going to write down some numbers and see what the totals are. And I got this little vial here. I'm going to add to it just to see. Hmm. 0.091. Excellent. Now I'm going to put that all back into the vial. Scale. Throw that guy on there. And that's at 20.917. So, 8, 0, 0, 24 grams. Ooh, not bad, not bad. So that's my total gold, 24 grams. That and that. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, there we go. Now I know what I have for my total amount of gold. I know what I got for my trip. And I can't complain. So I hope you guys enjoyed this evil little cleanup video from that trip, because that was a real fun trip. I enjoyed those couple days out in the river there. It was nice to get out, especially down in the Hope area. 20 degrees down there, and I still have snow up here to this day. Yeah, you know, it was a good day of panning. So, again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I gotta go edit that Linton video now. And I also gotta edit this video. So, until the next video, wherever I may be, I'm gonna enjoy it. So, and wherever you are, I hope you're enjoying it too. Thanks for watching. Bye.